Alright guys, what's up? It's El Chicote here, and today I want to talk about Mika, because you know Mika got a nerf in season 2. She got the Irish Whip nerf, you know, so she no longer gets this off of a clap, right? No more wall bounce, you know, it's gonna be this from now on when you do it. No more, it's gonna be this, that, and he falls, right? Now I was hearing people say that you can't change directions with it, which I won't get into because I seen a video, but the guy just kept doing this. So he kept doing that, like he kept like doing the opposite side, like he kept doing clap and then throwing the opposite way, and he didn't throw him straight. So I mean, I'm assume that either that was right, or maybe it was wrong, or maybe he just wasn't trying to throw him forward. Maybe that's just a nerf in general, is that you can't change directions, which is fine. You know, if I find once that is 100% confirmed, you know, in the patch notes or in general, you know, I'll go over that. But yeah, so today I want to talk about the for sure nerf that we saw. They have video footage of and everything. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's true too. The chain size thing is true, but you know, I've seen this one in the video, and I've seen the chain size thing in video, but he didn't throw it straight, so I don't know. But like I said, we get into Irish Whip, and I want to show you guys some alternative uses for it. So I was talking to Fubar Duck. I told him about the that you can dash twice and then do you know, EX shooting Peach off of a non-wall bounce clap, which I'll show you in a minute. But I wanted to show you guys some alternative uses. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't personally come up with this one. I read Fubar Duck's tweet and I saw him say this, so I figured, you know, I'd you know, show you guys what he was talking about in his tweet. He basically said that you can do Irish Whip, you know, get 2 dashes and then still get Oki, right? So I'll show you that real quick. You know, you do like a, you know, like let's do a bread and butter. You know, jump in, right? 1, 2, right? He gets, or I did 3 actually. Shit, I did 3. Right, 1, 2, and then you still get some Oki. I'm pretty sure 3 still works. 3 dashes still work. Well, let me see. Let me see if we'll get up in time. Yeah, 3 dashes will still be fine, I think. But yeah, that's a use for it when you don't have meter, because you can't get anything off of Irish Whip if you don't have any meter, unless you switch sides, and then you can get crazy stuff like this, you know, crazy stuff like that. You guys know the rest. You know, other moves you can get off of that too, probably. But yeah, so yeah, because it doesn't wall bounce anymore, so you know your B&Bs are going to be different. You're either going to be doing this, which is like pretty, you know, pretty standard combo, still nice little range. But you know, but you guys probably already know this next part. So you actually still can get you can still get like a EX Peach off of a like clap Irish Whip. So you can do this, you know, and then get the, you know, and he's in the corner, right, just like usual, except you lose a bit of damage because, you know, you don't get the wall bounce anymore. I think that's it. Let me see the difference in damage. Yeah, that's 330, and then now you would get, I think, 275. But like I said before, yeah. So you know, it's a nice considerable amount. Blah, I can't talk, of damage you lose. You know, so this is a little different. You know, so you can't do that anymore. So another alternative I personally found a while back. I did a video on this a while ago. Like I'll have to look up, like, you know, how long ago it was. But you know, I kind of foresaw this coming a long time ago, and like even recently, like if you go back to look at the character overview video I did, I kind of foresaw this coming. Like, you know, like, well, if they do nerf you know, the Irish Whip, which I think I said in the video, I don't think they will, or I don't remember. I think I said I don't think they will, but I still wasn't sure. Like, you know, I still kind of consider it as a possibility. So, you know, and they did. You know, I said in the video before the nerf, so you can go check it out if you don't believe me. See your one character overview if you really like are interested in that. But yeah, so I said that in the video, and it was true. So like, you know, you don't get any more. So now an alternative use for it, you know, would be to do that, or you can do this, which I might mess up a few times. So, you know, don't give me any crap. You know, it's kind of hard. I'm not the best at this. It's kind of hard because you just gotta master the timing. Once you get the timing out, then it'll be fine. But here it is. So, let me stop like procrastinating and just get to it. So here you go. See that, and I got 2 of them. But like, let me show you something real quick. You might have been like, well, he was already kind of in the corner, right? So let me show you like a use like for Bryson right here. Let's assume he's right here, right? You know, just look at me with his fucking dentures, right? So look at this. All right, so I might mess up, like I said. Yep, I messed up. Okay, like I said, I'm not the greatest at this. Like that's honestly like a lot further than you would think. Like let me show you like how much further. It's a little further. It's not like it's like a nice amount further. So like this is the regular one, right? Right, and then he's like, you see his feet are just perfectly right there, like pretty much behind the red line, you know, one long like square right there on that, right? But let's see what happens if I do 2 of them. Like, let's see how much further he will go if I did 2 dashes, right? All right, like I said, I might mess up. All right, because I'm not the best at this, but I'm pretty sure people out there will be able to do it. Right, and he goes pretty much almost 2 squares more than the first square here. Pretty much, like pretty much 2 squares forward. You know, a little bit further. So if you really want to get that corner carry, you know, and you really want to get that corner carry, then yeah, go for it. And if you got that, you know, you got it down, you got it mastered, go for it. You know, go for that double dash, you know, get a little more corner space. But yeah, pretty much, like I say, the clap is still very useful as a B&B if you have meter. Because, you know, if you have a meter, then you can get the corner carry like usual. It'll be a little less because you don't get the drop kick. But, you know, it's still corner carry. You're still going to get that Oki 50-50, you know, Mika stuff, right? I mean, as far as we know, like, I don't think they've changed. Like, we haven't heard of everything, you know, with the Mika changed. But for not here, she's still pretty much like Mika, you know, with a few changes to her. I did hear of one buff, which was this being -2 instead of -4, which would be good for people who try to backdash, you know, out of certain setups. But yeah, the whole Irish whip thing, it kind of did hurt Mika a lot. It kind of did hurt her, I'll be honest, because like because you know she can't get certain things anymore. Like she used to be able to do this, right? She could do this and then, you know, get a like a mid-screen 50-50. So like, you know, I get a grab, I could do something like this, you know, jab jab, or I can do, you know, a lot of things you can do. Like you can even do this, you know, the foobar duck special, which I messed up. Let me try that again. Oh, my fucking controller died. Great. Rip. Hold on, let me try that again. That sucks. Rip indeed. Okay, so here it is. Bam, right? There you go. Like, that's something Foobar Duck does. I remember Gutek saying it. And I've seen Foobar Duck do it too. You know, just, you can do different things. People have their own things for this. Like, you know, like I had the pass-through glitch, which is probably no longer because you don't get the wall bounce. You know, like that, you know, stuff like that, which I don't know if they took that out. Like, that's clearly a glitch, it looks like, but I don't know if they took it out. But yeah, so that's just my overview, or my, like, this is like my, like, alternative video I figured I'd do for, you know, Nerf Mika, you know, because people keep talking about it, and, you know, they ask me my opinion on it, which my opinion on it is, I feel like, I personally like it, and, because, like, I like it a lot. Believe it or not, I know it sounds weird because the character got nerfed, because you know, Mika did kind of get a lot off a clap though, like, let's be honest, like, and she still will get a, like, corner carry. It was kind of like, you know, there's people fishing for clap, even myself, because I really don't get punished for it, and we get clap, even if we don't fish for it, we get a combo, one hit, and then you in the corner, right? And then people complain like, oh, it's not fair, you know, which honestly, like, if I'm be honest, I kind of agree. Like, I don't really think it was like really too fair, you know, just getting hit one time and then you in the corner. I know it sounds weird coming from a Mika player, right? But no, like, I think it's fair, like, and I like it. I wasn't mad about it at all. I was just, because I kind of foresaw it already. I kind of, like I said, I foresaw this already. I made past videos for, like foreseeing this as a thing. I would say mainly because I kind of saw Capcom doing something like this, because in Beta Phase 3, Mika didn't have a wall bounce, and I was kind of, I was salty back then. But then again, like, you know, stuff changed, and, you know, I kind of was like, ah, whatever. Even if it's not in there, I'll just, you know, suck it up and play her. But yeah, so it looks like it's not going to be in there, so I'm going to have to suck it up and play her. But yeah, it's like I like it, honestly, because like now when I beat people, they can't be like, oh, you know, cheap Mika, easy wall bounce. No, none of that. So, and even if she can't change directions, that's still fine. You know, we'll still find alternative things to get, you know, get that corner carry, which, I mean, like, Irish Whip is pretty much the main primary thing. But, you know, even still, like, she still has like crazy stuff, you know, off the knockdown in general. You still have to guess grab or attack a lot of the time when you get knocked down. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really, I think season 2 is gonna be really nice. It seems like it's doing a really good job of balancing the game out, you know. I know you guys heard about the meterless DPs from like Ryu and Ken, Cammy, and Akali, you know, maybe even Akuma now, that don't have invincibility unless you use one bar. Like, they don't have invincibility like for the first few frames. I guess it's like Gao's flash kick, it'll gain invincibility like frames later. So like, you can't wake up DP because the media will beat it, as weird as it sounds. First time I can literally ever say that, because it's never happened before in the past. So, you know, making the game more fair, you know, like, as our Mika player, that's actually really good, because, you know, we fight Ryus and Camis, and we have to worry about DP, you know, so now it's going to be a little different. So, it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I like it. You know, we're going to find alternative uses for Mika now. People saying she's trash. I know Luffy said that he was going to drop her and play Jury in season 2. I don't know if he's 100% on that. But yeah, I just figured, let me get back to the topic. So I just figured, you know, I would talk to you guys about it, and, you know, give you my overview, give you my alternative uses for this. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down there, man. Do you guys think it was deserved? Do you guys think you know, it was a little overboard? I know we don't know all the Mika nerfs, and like I said, I'm gonna do a video when the whole patch notes come out. Do you think you know, Capcom is just listening to complaints and listening to what people say because like apparently people are complaining about clap, which I've seen people like complain about it, but I don't know if it was like a lot of people, but apparently people saying like, oh my god, you know, Capcom is listening to like so many people complain and then they just nerf it. Do you think that's true? Like, do you like, you know, just let me know what your thoughts are on this whole thing. Like I said, I personally like it. I personally don't mind it because I mean, Mika's still pretty much gets the same thing if you have 1 bar of meter, but if you don't, then yeah, it's a little different. You still get corner carry and you get guaranteed dashes even on quick rise because you saw he quick rised and I got like 2 to 3 dashes. Like I'm not still sure about the 3rd dash. I think it's guaranteed, but still got 2 dashes. And I was still all up in his grill and his face, you know, on wake up. But yeah, just let me, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And you know, if you're new around here, subscribe. I'm gonna start doing these more often. And yeah, peace out, guys. And take care. See you in the next video.